Hey there, everybody. So we've got the new challenge quest. It's a daily event, so it resets every day. You can fight, the 3 levels. We've seen these a couple of times now before. They just kind of reuse old boss sprites from either old battle challenge or old rescue signal events. And this time we got Jar Jar. I think I mentioned in my video yesterday when I first saw it, I had a bit of PTSD because I remember how difficult Jar Jar was when he came out with the Aladdin rescue signal event. He was by far the most difficult boss that's ever been in the game thus far. But thankfully they have tuned him way down for this event, so it's much easier to clear him on the hardest level. Thank goodness. So one of the things that made Jar Jar so miserable was that he literally spammed every single ailment at you, and there's just nothing you could do except just pray to RNGesus that you wouldn't get hit with a particular ailment. And it basically required you to bring Rapunzel because he would use Paralyze and Skill Lock. And so yeah, you just had to pray that you didn't get paralyzed and that she could clear the Skill Lock for you. And if it all worked out, you'd still get crushed because he hit like a freaking truck. This one does not hit nearly as hard. He can't be broken, so you can't break his attack or anything like that. But honestly, just bringing Genie along with damage reduction is honestly all you need. So Genie, a healer that can cure Paralyze, is definitely good, but not 100% necessary. If you got a strong team, you can honestly just beat them without even bringing a healer probably. But I'm going to show you a team that gets the job done, and it's a little bit of sort of a mix of some free units. This one should definitely be a team that I think a lot of people can get done. The exception being, of course, the LB1 DJ Mickey. I have an LB1 DJ Mickey because I've been playing since day one, and just like from the sheer number of free pulls that I've gotten since starting from day one, I eventually got enough to get DJ Mickey. You may not have him, but it is important to know that an LB1 DJ Mickey has Paralyze Cure. Now I rolled a few ability seeds trying to get Paralyze Resist on him, but unfortunately it just wasn't happening. I'm not about to waste a bunch of seeds trying to roll Paralyze Resist on him, but if you can, that would be good. Obviously, if you don't have DJ Mickey, then Rapunzel is your other option for getting rid of Paralyze. But like I said, if you got a strong team, you can probably just go in there and just not even worry about the Paralyze, because it's not a 100% chance of landing on the Paralyze. And so you'll see that the Paralyze may or may not affect everyone on the party. But other than DJ Mickey, who can be easily replaced by Rapunzel or really any other healer, and then you've got 2 free units in this is Hero of the Lamp Genie from the rescue event. I figured you got to bring him along. And then Eric, who's the most recent free unit, who you can still get from the current event that's up there. So they're going to be my damage dealers here, just to show you that you don't need like top of the line damage dealers to get this one done. Of course, we've got Marie here as the SP battery. So she's just here to generate SP, which you kind of need if you are bringing DJ Mickey, because you don't have a better option. He is pretty expensive. It's 40 SP per cast. So if you can roll SP reduction on him, that helps too. But yeah. And then of course, we've got Jewel Genie, arguably still the best unit in the game, best buffer. Love his hybrid support. If you saw my previous video going over the compendium, you will note that I mentioned that, like, if you're re-rolling for any units in the tutorial gacha, Genie's the one, because I still use him to this day. He's just a fantastic unit. So yeah, let's get in here. Let's see how we get this one done. The boss, as far as ailments go, all he does is throw Paralyze and Poison at you. So those are the 2 that you have to consider. So for this first one, the first wave, you want to just kind of go ahead and clear it out, especially because you've got 3 of these guys, and these guys, if you don't kill them, they will do an attack break on your entire party, and it does stack. So if all 3 of them are still alive, then your whole party is going to have a 50% attack break. You don't really want that. You don't really need a whole lot of setup on this one, especially since we've got Marie here, who's just going to be generating SP out the wazoo for pretty much the whole fight. So we're just going to go ahead and do our buffs with Genie, and then we're going to use the other Genie to just go ahead and clear out this mob right away. If you don't have Hero Genie, any AoE damage dealer is good here. And so yeah, so we're just going to do normal attacks with everybody except for Marie. Marie just defends every turn for the SP gen, and we're going to go do another buff with Genie. Go ahead and max those out. Obviously, if your Genie's only LB1 or LB0, you may need to do a few more stacks. So there's the Paralyze. It is, I think, a 50% Paralyze. Yeah, so it's not as bad. Like when we had Jar Jar in the Rescue Signal event, it was a 75% Paralyze. Just absolutely awful. So there is still a chance. So I'm gonna actually use his skill here. And I'm just going to go ahead and attack with Genie because we're already fully stacked on everything. But since it's a 50% chance, it may still go off. And even if it doesn't, we're going to keep trying to do it anyways. I'm going to go ahead and do a skill with Eric too, just so we can try and whittle down the rage bar. We don't want to spend too long in rage mode, but like I said, the boss doesn't hit nearly as hard as he used to. So we got lucky. The coin flipped in our favor, so now we don't have to worry about that Paralyze. Okay, I'll go ahead and switch out. I'm going to do another buff with Genie. We got to re-up our buffs now. I'll go ahead and do another skill with Eric. Why not? All right, and so you see, Genie's damage reduction and the evasion, if you have it, if your Genie's LB1 or higher, the evasion definitely helps as well. All right, so we got plenty of SP here, so I'm going to go ahead and just do a bunch of skills, and we're just going to try and whittle away as much of the boss's HP as we can here. All right, because my DPS units don't really have a whole lot of good EX damage skills, it's going to be a little bit slower than it would if you had, a stronger party. All right, so we've got the Paralyze again. So I'm gonna start setting Mickey to go again. I think it's only a 50%. So let's see. We're still in confusion mode, so maybe I'll have Eric go ahead and do his skill again, just so we're trying to whittle that health down while he's in confusion mode, because you should have a defense break. Yep. So we've got a defense break. Hey, coin flipped in our favor again. Perfect. Even if it hadn't, the boss doesn't deal enough damage to really get you anywhere close to dying. So don't worry too much about it. All right, Marie's just doing her thing and generating a crap ton of SP. All right. Yeah, I think we'll go ahead and do. Sorry, we don't need to heal. Let's go ahead and let's just go and try and finish this fight quickly and do a bunch of damaging skills, and then next turn we can use the thingamabobber if we need to, the miracle ability. We probably won't need to use it, but we can if we need to. Okay. Yeah, so when you get him into low health, he starts doing that magic spin attack, which, it looks pretty dangerous, but as you can see, with the damage reduction from Genie, we're not in any danger of dying here. We're probably going to kill the boss on this turn anyways, but we can go ahead and do some heals if you're a little bit worried about it, and yeah, this should finish the fight. And there you go. So yeah, a pretty easy team. I think it's a team that most people could put together, aside from the LB1 DJ Mickey, of course. But I was just doing, putting him in there just in case. Who knows? Maybe you didn't realize you had accumulated 100 medals for him. Like if you've been playing as long as I have, there's a chance you might actually have an LB1 DJ Mickey, but you haven't picked up a Rapunzel because your luck's just been terrible. That's another option. But as you can see, that the Paralyze wasn't really that bad because it's only at 50%. And so even if you don't bring somebody with Paralyze Cleanse, you can still get through the fight. It might just take you a little bit longer if if you're flipping, if the coin flip goes against your favor too often. It might just mean, you're not popping off skills or attacks quite as frequently, so it might take a little bit longer. But this boss is definitely not nearly as threatening as he used to be, so go in there, clean up this boss, do your 3 levels, knock it out. No reason you shouldn't be able to do it. So hopefully this was helpful to you guys, and I will see you on the other side.